Now we're cooking. It's the coach. This is NFL.
Coach, a very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings.
Down. 70, Indy.
Mike. Hey, tighten down. There you go. Check 50, check 50.
Shoot.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The numbers for Diggs from a week ago: 8 catches, 128 yards.
Having a nice season, number 8 in the league in receiving yards, and not just making his team happy, but anyone who's picked him in fantasy football.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Looking to throw. Cottrell, and that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Lions now as they get set for their opening drive. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Now a give running right is Love. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
18, Gator.
Back to throw here. Over the middle, complete. It's McCarthy. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Team spill.
Check. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Hey, Sam off.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Throw left side complete. That's McCarthy. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The numbers for him from a week ago: 22 carries, 91 yards.
And when I watch them operate, I see a unit that's playing with extreme confidence. Offensive line, tight ends, wide receivers. You see a group that wants their number 8 rusher in the league end up being in the top 5 before it's over.
On second down now, it's Love. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Really nice pickup on first down. Leaves them with second and short. And you figure, let's go ahead and run it again. But, boy, that outcome leaves you in a difficult third down, doesn't it?
Didn't stand a chance from the start. You could tell they were going in the wrong direction. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. On play action, they'll throw. And that will be incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, second and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And fights through one man. A good pickup of 6 there on first down. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Romeo Okwara in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. You know, a week ago was one of the best defensive performances I've ever seen. He had 5 sacks. Here we go again.
And he's the type of player that'll keep an offensive staff up all week trying to figure out how to slow him down. But at some point, they just have to take account of themselves and say, I've got to get bodies in front of him so he doesn't disrupt our offense totally.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a 1-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
On second down, Johnson. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Big boys down there in the trenches and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
They'll look to throw. This pass complete to Reynolds. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, Love. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
You gonna see me in your nightmare. Bang, 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 bang.
On second down, it's Love. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Lions on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
On the double.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Move.
Here's Johnson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Screen.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
Ready.
On second down now, it's Johnson. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The Lions on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mike Hughes came crashing in that time, got the sack.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to the ground, this time Cook. Despite a little sizzle on the move, he's still tackled shy of the 20. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. On 3rd down, Cottrell. And he's able to find Diggs. A good pickup there, 21 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, Vikings! Michael Gallup, his first touchdown of the new season, and the Vikings have taken the lead. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go. Ready, break.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had a long drive going last time, but it stalled out. But still, maybe something positive to carry forward from that last drive.
Well, a few different things that you carry forward. Number one, as you noted, they were moving it pretty well, so that gives them a lot of confidence. The second part is, keeps your defense off the field, gives them a chance to rest up a little bit. And last but not least, you've taken a good look at what you've done on offense, noted where the weaknesses are, and you know when you want to come back to them.
Like when you're organized with your points. Well done.
A, B, and C.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second and
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
There's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on fourth down and 9. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's McCarthy. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
61, match box, light.
Going to give it to Love. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Bryce Love, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions are going to jump back in front.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw. Cottrell in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Romeo Okwara, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run, and he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Past the 20. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdowns.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll look to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Cottrell. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
8 read.
On 1st and 10, Cottrell. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there, and if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. To throw on 2nd down. Cottrell, the quick slant caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Well, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage, so as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
Let's go.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Hart. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it with Johnson. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Leo, get it.
They go to Johnson again. Then he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. With that run, double check my math, yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka. Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hart. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Tackle made there by the UCF man, Mike Hughes. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Again, it's Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard on the gain there as time will run out on this third quarter of play.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The Lions on third down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. I guess the good news as they start this drive is that they still do have the lead, Charles. If their defense hadn't been able to hold them to a field goal on the other side, they'd be down. But now it's about preserving that very small lead.
It is preserving and maybe stretching it out a little bit. Because if you're a starter on that side of the ball, I certainly hope you didn't loosen up your shoulder pads or start to cut the tape off. Because if you did it way too soon. They've got to go back out there with renewed vigor, for lack of a better term, and also a good plan. They need points, and they need them now.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. On second down, here's a run with Mack. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. Throwing on 3rd and long. Cottrell. And this one complete to Smith. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Yeah, he was looking for the checkout bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. So here come the Lions now. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
Super toe.
Get it.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. Oh, he sheds himself free. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
50, plant.
Mike, down to lose one.
Off play action. Cottrell got his man there, complete to Gallup. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the gun, Cottrell. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The rookie there defensively to knock it away, Trayvon Mullen. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Cottrell. Looking left sideline, incomplete. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Operating from the gun, Cottrell. And Diggs has it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Looking to throw. Cottrell. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On first down, here's Love. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now Johnson. He will push his way down to about the 14. Holton Hill, the one there to bring him down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kerryon Johnson with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside in 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So all eyes on this Vikings offense. Down by 12. At time, a huge factor. Field goals, useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order. A throw on the quick slant, going to be complete. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Back to throw. Cottrell. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Romeo Okwara in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. From the gun, Cottrell. And this is going to be incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see them go for it here on fourth down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Looking to throw. Cottrell. Taco Charlton. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Let's go. 50, plant.
54 miles. So don't say nothing.
Ready?
That one looks like he'll throw here. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. Second and inches. Second down and inches. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Second and 1. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Romeo Okwara has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.